Bos, bas. Today we are going to bos, bas here. And to kwankwan and never kwa. Hey, you know when you feel like your parents have passed on the baton to you to continue a family battle with your auntie, with your uncle, with your cousin, you know that kind of a thing. Yeah, it's exactly what Battle on Buka Street is about, and we saw the consequences. You know what? Let me pause and then introduce myself. My name is Bevelyn. Happy New Year to you guys. If you are new here, do always be part of the family by hitting that subscribe button and the notification button as well, so that when I post a new video, you, my friend, will be notified. Battle of Buka Street. This is all just a movie. Both Basil, Wahala for everybody. So we saw this polygamous man, we popularly known as Osofia in London. So Mr. Osofia, he married more than one wife. So that's how the polygamy came in. Surprisingly, his wives gave birth on the same day, and when they were in labor, one would tell the next that bring me my husband. I don't want to tell the next that bring me my husband. So it was like, your wife says she don't come, she's not going to push. Why says don't come, you're not going to push. And then they were quick. Boom. He was just like in the middle. He didn't know what to do. Finally, he just gave birth to these two. One is called Yejide, who was played by Funke Akindele, and one is Awile Mercy Johnson. Okay, so summarizing the movie, it's about two children, Funke and Mercy, Yejide and Awile, raised to continue a battle that their parents began because they were married to the same man. Now, along the line, the children of Yejide and Awile got involved in this battle. Some of them got involved in this battle, and they became boss everywhere. Now, there were blastings here and there. Some way, somehow, they survived in the same house with their children. And so, their children grew up to become Yejide, Awile, Mr. Johnson, Funke Akindele. Now, they grew up, in fact, they even married on the same day. Yejide and Awile. Yejide says she chose her date first, and Awile says she's going to also marry on the same day. So, the father who is sitting in this marriage had to also move and then come and sit in this marriage. In fact, they didn't even wait for one to finish so that the other one work. They say into kwankwa here and there. But the issue of the movie is when parents raise their children to think that they are supposed to, continue their battle for them. So we saw it where Yejide's mom, who is Shola king of boys. Hey, that woman, she's so strong, like she's too hyper. When you put her in when she plays the role where she has to, battle with somebody, she delivers. Just it's like that is her strength. You get it? Like that is her strength. And Mercy Johnson's mother, Tina Imba, she also played that role. She also nailed her role. But then, Mercy Johnson moved out of Otanwa, Otanwa town, and then moved out. Later on in life, her marriage didn't go well. Her husband was a woman beater, beats her, cheats on her, takes his money, doesn't provide for the family. So she decided that, I've had enough. Let me come home and then, start life afresh. And then she came home. When she came home, the conversation her mother had with her was like, why don't you stay in the marriage? Why don't you make it work? And we've seen like a lot of these things happen where women feel like if they leave their marriages, they will be called names, they'll be shamed, they'll be criticized. Why didn't you stay there for it to work? Meanwhile, the woman is being beaten by the man. Why isn't the conversation around why is your husband beating you? Why your husband must stop, or he must be arrested, or he must be sent to jail, he must be sent to prison? The conversation is never about that. It's just about the woman being the Magajia, being the Bruce Lee, or being the strength and the rock of the house. Even when she's being beaten, she has to stay in the marriage and make it work. And we saw like it's real, it happens. So when Awile's mother had that conversation with her as to why she had to come back to their town, and people are going to laugh at them, people are going to mock them. In fact, she was like, you have decided to disgrace me. Your daughter has come home and told you, say, I'm being beaten by my husband, and the first thing you are concerned about is your image. Sadly, it happens in homes, in families. There are people who are still in their marriage because when they go home, their parents will ask them to go back to their husband's house. The husband who is beating them. sad. People die from such marriages. So she came back home. She said she has to start life afresh. Her children, who didn't really understand what was going on, went back and forth with them, with her, which was understandable and bad at the same time, right? Now, on the other hand, Yejide, who is Funke Akindele, has already set her business. She's good. Her husband is also in prison for an incident that we later found out to said she was actually the one who actually killed the man for which the husband is in prison for. Okay, so she has set up her business, and her mom is her cook. And when Mrs. Johnson came to town, she went to rent a shop right opposite Yejide's shop, and the battle, the war, just took off from there. Now, Yejide, who is Funke, is worried because she knows that Awele, who is Mrs. Johnson, can cook. She, Yejide, cannot cook. And I do not know why, grown up like that, she doesn't know how to cook. Your mom cooks the best amala and what. Why don't you know how to do it? Is your mom going to live forever? No. She's going to die one day. So she doesn't know how to cook. So when Awele came to town, she was afraid, like she was troubled. And the mother was like, I'm not going anywhere. But my mother, I'm like, your mother is not going to live forever. So why don't you learn how to cook? I mean, how? You are selling food. Your mother is the cook. Your mother is old. She will one day pass on. Why don't you know how to cook? Yejide, if you watch this review, please answer me in the comment section. I love you very much, but please answer me in the comment section. So, I mean, that one happened, and we saw how the fight also started. One will go and put mice in another one's shops, and in another one's shop. Then another one will go and put cockroaches in bowls and in people's food. I mean, it was all like, it was messy. Now, when the younger ones, Ejide and Awele's children, got involved, it became messier. Now there was petrol all like in there, blasting and hurting people. The young ones, they are very vibrant and energetic, and they know how to destroy a lot. So when your parents are in a battle and then you get involved, it becomes messier, and we saw that. Do not carry the baton of your parents, like your mother and her sister, or your mother and her brother, or your mother and her cousins are in a battle, and then you are like, okay, yeah, I'm behind my mother, I'm going to fight. No, I mean, there's no, like, stop it. Don't continue that battle. If you do that, you miss out on the amazing relationship you can have with your cousins. Trust me, the amazing beautiful friendship you can have with them, you miss out on that. So we saw that, and for the parents to raise the children to think that they have to continue the battle was a problem, because at the end of the day, we saw Awele's mother saying that she regretted how she raised Awele. She was funny, Awele, leave this fight alone. Awele said, Nana, is that my mother? Has she been swapped with another person? Please, we are continuing this battle. You see, when you raise someone with, like, after so many years, and you try to change the person, it's not very easy. So Awele was like, is that my mother speaking over there? No, this battle we must continue, and we must win. So it's all about what's winning, and it didn't go well at all for any of them. Now we saw another arm of the story where Yejide's husband was in prison. He came back. In fact, they escaped. So he came home, and his son was, speaking rubbish to the father. Sometimes your parents will protect you by not telling you everything, and it is their responsibility to protect you from sometimes the truth. You get it? So when the Otanwa Bena boy was speaking like that to his father, I was like, can you just slap this guy already? Then we saw the slap, and we were like, no, the slap came late. I mean, how, no matter what your parents have done, the Bible is clear. The Bible is clear. The Bible didn't say that honor your parents if only they are in your lives, or honor your parents if only they bring good fortune to your life, or honor your parents only if they paid your fees, or no, the Bible didn't say that. The Bible said honor your parents. It didn't give you a caveat on which kind of parent you should honor. Okay, and so I know it could be difficult. Perhaps your situation is different. They were absent in your life, they were not there, but the Bible is clear. Later on, when Otanwa Bena boy realized that, the father is actually in prison for the mother, and came to understand, that's when he realized that no, he had wronged his father and all that. But sometimes you don't really even have to know the truth. All you need to do is just pray about it. Okay, just pray about it. Ask God to soften your heart, and then you'll be able to find your father or find your mom, or you know what, rebuild your relationship with your parents. It's very, very important. You can't be, no matter what you do, that is your mother. No matter what you do, that is your father. So we must try hard as children not to disrespect our parents, no matter the circumstances. That God will not forgive us. So we need to honor and respect the Bible. We have to do that. And also, Awile's facial expressions in the movie, Mercy Johnson. Mercy Johnson is such a character. I mean, she's like, she's a legend. In fact, the two of them will go like, they'll be dancing and doing all those things, like teasing one another. I'm like, hey. Mercy Johnson's facial expressions when she's talking and like how she's fighting, and I'm like, hey, Charlie legend pa this. And I mean the fun in there, laughter here and there. I mean in the cinema, the ambience of the laughter is just so nice. Everybody is laughing, everybody's having a good time. And when it's serious issue too, you know, you get serious with it. So Jolly guys, let me know what you made of the movie in the comment section. Which part caught your attention the most? Which part did you like the most? And you see, we saw some of these characters from Far From Home in there. So it was like very youthful at the same time, even though we had Shola's and Sophia in London's age group in there. We had the youth in there to also, you know what, balance the movie for us. So it was good. Humor was just there, and the storyline too was really good. I like how it ended. I'm not sure how the man is going to, you know, like keep running forever. Is he going to keep running forever? Well, I don't know. So let me know what you made of the movie. Leave your comments in the comment section. My name is Bevelyn. Do all to like this video. It really helps you to like this video. Be part of the family if you are new here. Thank you. Boss, Buka Street. We are done. Who won? Nobody. Just you and I.